resonator or a Resophonic guitar. They were invented in 1926. They had wood bodies and steel bodies. This is a steel bodied. It was an acoustic speaker, a mechanical speaker, and they were intended to project out from behind a band, since they didn't have electric guitars and microphones were a bit sketchy at the time period. And the bluesmen got a hold of them because, if you heard in the playing with the bottleneck on the slide, it made a real tinny, raspy, raunchy sound that the blues really liked. So they were quite popular, and a lot of itinerant musicians traveling to the larger cities like Kansas City, Missouri, that had a large ethnic crowd and had a lot of roots music and blues music and jazz music going on, would have carried these types of guitars. There were two companies that made them. They're both still in business. One was National Resonator Guitars, and the other one was the Dobro company. In fact, the generic term for this kind of guitar is called a Dobro.
Interesting. How long were these in use?
They've been in use clear up through today. They're still used in many bands and music. In fact, here's a song, if you're familiar with country and western music, Hank Williams Jr. Just put out an album last month, and here's the song off that album. How, baby, where'd you sleep last night? I said, how, baby, where'd you sleep last night? You got your hair all matted, you ain't talking. So I have a bottleneck slide.
Okay.
And Rochelle's guitar is a regular standard acoustic guitar, and it's tuned in a standard tuning.
Okay.
Musicians on this guitar played in what's called a slack tuning or an open chord. So Rochelle, if you'll make a G chord, she puts her fingers down like that to make a G chord. This one's tuned open to a G. So what that does is, if you know anything about music theory, a chord is made up of a first, a fourth, and a fifth. And basically what that allows me is, this is my first, this is my fourth, right at the 5th fret, and this is my 5th at the 7th fret. So I don't have to actually hold down chord positions. The bottleneck does that. And that leaves my hand free to do alternative fingerings like this. Then I would go with the bottleneck.
How fun.
Some people tell me walking blues ain't bad. Meanest kind of blues is so boys ever had. Well, some people tell me walking blues ain't bad. Meanest kind of blues is poor boys ever had. This descended from a young boy in Hawaii, and I can't pronounce his name, came to the United States in about 1906 or 1907, and he was playing a ukulele alongside a railroad track and picked up an old nail and just started sliding it on the board of the ukulele and kind of invented this style.
Woo woo!